Joining the debate tonight, Gaurav Bhatia, national spokesperson of the BJP, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author, Suhail Seth, marketing guru, Dr. Ashutosh Verma, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Vivek Srivastava, political analyst. But my first question goes to Sanjay Jha, suspended Congress leader. And Sanjay Jha, my question to you is, Hindenburg speaks, the Congress immediately laps it up and questions every institution, every body in the government, and begins this probe mantra, almost as if it's the God's own truth that has come out from Hindenburg. Sanjay Jha, jumping the gun once again, given the fact that the markets today have just not responded to this fear-mongering by the opposition today.
Navika, good evening. First and foremost, I think this is a very grave matter, and I don't think we should treat it as some kind of a trivial intervention by the Congress leader Rahul Gandhi or other people who are deeply concerned, because there are question marks being raised on SEBI, which is considered to be a sacrosanct market regulator, and it appears to be prima facie compromise. So let's not try and make this debate just a political slugfest. I will come down into the facts in just a second. Mr. Rohtagi had nearly 10 minutes, but he indulged in a lot of hyperbole. Let's look at the facts, Navika, and I will give it for your viewers very succinctly. Madhabi Buch has not contradicted the Hindenburg report. She has agreed that there were investments. Now, here is the worry. The worry, Navika, is that these were offshore funds where Gautam Adani's brother was equally an investor. And we all know that the accusation against the Adani group is that Vinod Adani was manipulating the stock markets using offshore funds. Madhabi Buch and her husband were investors in the same fund. Now, here is the twist in the tale. The chief investment officer of that fund happened to be a gentleman called Anil Ahuja, who, by the way, was earlier working with the Adanis. Now, to believe that people were not aware of the antecedents of Mr. Ahuja and his connection with the Adani group is extremely, shall we say, unconvincing. Now, here is the key point. Did Madhabi Buch make a disclosure to the Supreme Court? Or is this an act of perjury? Because she was investigating the Adani group, and how could she investigate it if she herself had previous interests? The simple answer is evident in the conclusions. After a year and a half, the SEBI says we have hit a blank, or rather we have hit a wall. And that to me is really astonishing, because in the age of electronic payments, there are trails, and it is not very difficult to discover who was the investor. Point number two, and Navika, pay attention to this point. She made a disclosure that I had no interest in two consulting firms, one in India and Singapore, once she became a member of SEBI and thereafter the chairperson. The truth is that she lied. As Hindenburg has established, she continues to be a 99% and 100% owner of these consultancies, and nobody knows who's giving them business, etc., etc., etc. The fundamental point is, why is the BJP, why is the entire right-wing ecosystem behaving as if they are lawyers of Mr. Adani? I mean, I was astonished to hear Ravi Shankar Prasad say that this is a case against India. Is Adani equal to India? Once upon a time, India was being associated with Mahatma Gandhi. Now India
and Indira Gandhi has become Gandhi.
I mean, shocking.
You forgot that one. But okay, Gaurav Bhatia, please respond. The BJP has reacted, the government has not. Is there room for investigation into the chairperson of SEBI? Because the Caesar's wife should be above suspicion, is the good old saying.
Exactly.
So, Navika, first of all, let me make it very clear that the SEBI has made a full disclosure. They made a statement. The chairperson of SEBI, in a personal capacity, has also made a statement. But why am I here? I'll tell you very honestly. When Rahul Gandhi, Jairam Ramesh and the Congress party leaders are making direct allegations on the Prime Minister of the country and the government of the country, it is our duty to come out. And this false propaganda that is being spread has to be busted, and that is exactly what we are doing. I must say that as a very law-abiding citizen, I believe that every citizen of the country has faith in the Supreme Court of India. Now, the Supreme Court of India, in its earlier order of 2nd March 2023, ordered constitution of a special committee headed by a former judge of the Supreme Court. And SEBI and all other authorities were supposed to cooperate in the investigation and then provide the material to the special committee. The special committee looked at the material and they gave a report to the Supreme Court. The judgment of 3rd of Jan 2024 of the Supreme Court clearly said that there is no reason to constitute an SIT. After that, a review was filed, Navika, and 8th May 2024, that review petition also was dismissed. So, first question to Rahul Gandhi would be, are you above the Honorable Supreme Court of India? The Supreme Court of India has given its verdict. You have no option but to accept it, like any other citizen. Second, say if you feel that there is new material that needs to be looked into. I asked Rahul Gandhi, why doesn't he move an application before the Honorable Supreme Court of India, bring in this new material, let the Supreme Court be the final arbiter as under the Constitution, which Rahul Gandhi holds all the time, but he doesn't care to read. My second point is Hindenburg. Rahul Gandhi has full faith in Hindenburg. The credentials are these: George Soros, which is nothing but the master puppeteer of the puppet Rahul Gandhi, is an investor in Hindenburg. 1. 2. The summons that have been issued to the Hindenburg agency, they remain unanswered. Why are you not law-abiding? Why are you not answering if you have nothing to hide? Third, last time they manipulated, which is noted in the Supreme Court order also, Hindenburg made windfall profit of around 344 crores. That is worrisome. And let me tell you, in the US, Hindenburg is facing a probe for manipulating the markets. We all know they short sell and they make money. And this inquiry is going on from the Justice Department of the US. So these are the credentials of Hindenburg. Now the political part. You twice repeated the phrase, Caesar's wife should be above suspicion. What about the Gandhi Parivar? Should they be above suspicion or not? I think they should be. The leader of opposition is out on bail on corruption charges. He's never disclosed the transactions that have taken place in the National Herald case. Priyanka Vadra Gandhi sold a painting of her father for 2 crore rupees to Mr. Rana Kapoor. I want to know about it. And as a citizen, Caesar's wife should be above suspicion. So Gandhi Parivar should be also above suspicion. What about the MOU they signed with China? I want to know the details. Every citizen wants to know the details, but they're not letting us know. And I will end by saying just one more aspect to it. What would happen? They don't believe the Supreme Court of India. You remember the verdict of the Rafale? Rafale, the Supreme Court said the government-to-government agreement was in favor of the country. We got the jets cheaper. But Rahul Gandhi never apologized to the nation. He apologized to the Supreme Court for lying.
Navika,
so I'm saying, even if the Supreme Court gives the verdict, these people do not accept it. That is the problem with them.
Absolutely, absolutely. But let me also